Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Elder Ford in Tampa, Florida, and guess what? If you like fast trucks and you like that Shelby name, I got one for you. This is a 2020 Shelby Super Snake F-150 Sport. But before we dive into this really street missile of a pickup truck, let's talk a little bit about what's going on here. So this Shelby Super Snake is a joint venture between Tuscany Automotive, Shelby American, and Ford. They take that Ford F-150 and boy, oh boy, are we gonna do some big performance to it, but also aesthetically, a lot of unique changes that's gonna make it stand out from the rest of the crowd. Now, many people, I'm sure watching this, remember the good old days of the SVT Ford Lightning. Well, guess what? I really feel that fast forward to the 21st century, this truck represents that Lightning so true to the name that really it brings that performance and that street ability. Now, what's great is you're gonna get lots of nice touches on the interior. Even underneath that tonneau cover, there's some unique touches. So let's go ahead. This is one of 250 that are gonna be built Shelby Super Snake F-150 Sports. Right off the bat, you can't beat blue with white racing stripes. Now, you know Wimbledon white would have been the classic white, but you got the Oxford white with those Kona blue stripes. Let's start off up top. Normally we wait to do the hood later, but since this truck is lower, it's almost like a little bit of a weird experience because normally we're doing trucks that are lifted, but you can see we have this beautiful raised supercharged script on the hood. You got your massive twin inlet. This is fully functional to channel air for that supercharged V8, the Shelby name across the front. Normally I don't like stick-on letters, but it's actually working. The way they have it spaced out, and especially with the blue racing stripes, looks really, really good. You got this nice honeycomb grille finish up top, and look at this, it's gonna follow us all the way down. Full functionality. I love the way the stripes fit that grille to a T. Look at what we got here, that Shelby F-150, large, massive Cobra, 770 horsepower. Did somebody say the TRX had a bunch of horsepower? Well, guess what? That Ram TRX has got nothing on this. 770 horsepower. Even the touches all the way across. You got your exterior lighting, that same LED light setup from Ford, looking good. And because this is the Sport, look at this. We got some functionality going on here with some nice ducts, and then that massive splitter all the way across the bottom, gonna give us downforce, and also even more functionality of air flowing through all levels of this, from top to bottom. Nothing is fake on this Super Snake, but really just massive up front. Going back up onto the hood, I love the way the stripes just effortlessly go all the way across the top. As we come around the bend, what are we working with? This is something that looks really, really sexy. These gloss black, very interesting. It's almost like a torque thrust. Even though these are Shelby American wheels, it's got that Krager mag, almost American racing torque thrust style to the wheel. I'm so glad that we did blacked out on the wheels. Fits it very nicely from the side. Now, one of the things that kind of brings on a zonk is the caliper cover. I would have liked to have seen actual, maybe a Bear racing brake system, Brembo, some type of upgraded brakes, but you do have this 22-inch wheel that looks great. It is sitting on low ring springs, and just really the perfect amount of gap between the top of the tire and inside of the fender. Looks really, really perfect sitting here. Now, as we go down the fender, you're gonna get more of that functionality, that honeycomb finish with the Shelby name, a little bit of chrome. I think it would have been nice to have this maybe carbon fiber, but a little bit of chrome on the mirrors, and then the side stripe is spot on the money. The Super Snake name. Then as we work our way back, I like the way it ends with the name Shelby there. Even the lower sill, that arrow work that's been done into this bottom area, everything here is for a purpose, and I'm really loving it. Now, as we work our way towards the back, you still got that same caliper cover. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what is the size of this? This is 305s out back. So we're gonna try to get the power to the ground the best we can out of all that horsepower, but it's nice to have supercharged power going to these 305s. 305s, 45 series sidewall. We continue down the side, tasteful on the tonneau cover, the Shelby name. The racing stripes go all the way across the back of the tonneau cover. And then out back, you have this special tuned exhaust, Borla exhaust. I'm gonna have Victor kind of earn his money here. It actually has the Shelby name on those nice gloss black metallic tips there, and the Shelby name once again across the back portion as well. Now, let's go ahead, normally it's easy to just jump into the back of the truck because we just dropped the bed, but let me show you how this tonneau cover works. You're just gonna lift it up. You got hydraulic struts, and then we're gonna hit here, nice soft release, and then look at this, fully carpeted, home away from home. You get kicked out, live out of your Shelby Super Snake. I'm telling you, you got plenty of room back here. Kind of defeats the purpose of a truck, but people that I think that buy a Shelby Super Snake are probably not hauling a lot of plywood around. This is probably more their level. And you even have the step system like you find optional on other less performance oriented Ford pickup trucks, but that very nice. But to be honest with you, I almost could just hop up into the back because of the way that this is lowered, but it's nice to have that system. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to that that honey hole of an area underneath the hood, that supercharged over 700 horsepower V8. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, we got that massive hood open. I want to have Victor show you, see where that functionality is. So the air is actually going to come out of this location and get rammed right down into that air box. And what are we working with? We're working with that Coyote V8. So that's a 5-liter V8, but with the Whipple supercharger, we're talking 770 horsepower. You have that open air box, the performance air intake, different throttle body, that carbon fiber piping as well. 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds, 0 to 100 and back to 0 in about 9.3 seconds. You do have a heat exchanger, the billet throttle body. So lots of work has been put into this. Different injectors, different fuel pump. It's not simply just throwing a supercharger on top of the Coyote V8, but really that baby blue color, powder coated so perfectly. The carbon fiber, look how large that is. I could take Victor's head and just ram it in that tube and have it like sucked down by that supercharger. And even the way it has the Shelby name, perfect on that supercharger pulley there. But why don't we go ahead, let's hear the roar of this Shelby Super Snake. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 Shelby Super Snake F-150 Sport. I know you're at that point where you're like, Joe, I've always wanted to have a new Ford Lightning. Ford hasn't gotten it done. I'm liking this Shelby Super Snake. How much is it? You're looking at an MSRP right around $106,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. Now, there's a mixture of some carbon fiber motif with some wood. They even put it around the switch gear. The rest of the door panel is going to be your stock F-150, so you're going to get all that great usability. Down below, you could easily put 4 Subway foot-long subs and a nice can of Coca-Cola to wash it all down. I think one of my favorite touches is as we get to the dash, there it is, that Carroll Shelby name, Shelby F-150 Super Snake with your CSM number there. Shows you that it's the real deal. And then of course, we're going to get everything else that makes an F-150 great in here. You got your home power source, your 12 volt, that's your 8-inch infotainment system, that Sync 3 system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I guess one of the big zonks is just that it's the standard system. I know a lot of people, when you think Ram and you think TRX, you're definitely getting a better setup on the interior, but boy, oh boy, it is easy to use. That carbon fiber motif going on. You have the ability to go into 4-wheel drive if you need to get the traction down. And then of course you're going to get all the amenities, heated seats, ventilated seats, your dual climate control, the nice wood. I actually wish that this top part was carbon fiber, so I am going to zonk that. But you open it up, no wireless charging, but you got easily 10 Twinkies in there that you could fit, your USB, 2 of them, 2 cup holders, a Slim Jim holder, and then this is that going to control that 10-speed automatic for you. Key fob, a little bit of a letdown. It would have been nice to have a Shelby Super Snake logo there, but you got all the great functionality of the key fob from Ford. And then my favorite part is this right here. Not only do you have the cool badges outside, but look at that Cobra. It could bite me right now in the back of my neck and just kill me. That's how awesome. I mean, as a kid, seeing this in my dad's Shelby GT350, that 69 that he had, it brings back so many memories. But look at this. You open this up, you got all that great usability. You know what you're gonna fit in there? All the time slips from taking this vehicle down the drag strip, or people's paint slips as you race them and beat them on the street. I don't condone that though. And then the seats, Super Snake. You got the nice red embroidery. I love what they did here with the custom work. Make it look like an old racing seat from a Shelby GT350 or the Ford GT40. And then of course you're gonna get the panoramic sunroof, which is really great. Lots of room in here, just like any other Ford F-150. But why don't you come over to the business end? I wanna show you behind the wheel of this Super Snake. All right guys, behind the wheel of this Super Snake, you have your seat controls. It would have been nice, I'm shocked that they did not put another Shelby name here. So it would have been nice to have the Shelby name visit you as you get in and out. You do get those beautiful billet aluminum brake pedal and throttle, nicely done with the rivets and everything. And then when you're looking at the steering wheel, I guess the bad news is you have your standard Ford horn button. So that's a big zonk, but what I do like are the gauges. Carroll Shelby name there, and you know that you're in a Shelby vehicle when you got racing stripes on the gauges. Analog tach, analog speedometer, very clean, very clear, very unique. And then you have that full digital display in the center with the carbon fiber motif going on. But like I said, plenty of headroom in here. Let's see how much room we have in the back and what's special as you haul the mail in your Shelby Super Snake. All right guys, back seat time. Plenty of room back here, just like any other F-150. You do get the nice command center with more of that carbon fiber motif. And then you're gonna have, of course, all the power supplies you could ever imagine. And this is good news because you want your passengers to be happy as you're ripping them down the quarter mile. Seats, same great design. I'm telling you, they really were able to evoke the old racing seats from the past. You're gonna have a standard armrest just like any other. But the great news is we're now at the time that you've been waiting for. I've definitely been waiting for. If you have your towel ready, I'm ready for some on-throttle action. Let's do it. All right, guys, we've left Elder Ford. We're in the Shelby Super Snake. This one is a sport. Remember, we've done the lifted Super Snakes. Nice to be driving one of these because I've driven many years ago. I had a friend that had a SVT Lightning, so I'm really looking forward to see how this lowered version of the F-150 really handles on the road and everything. But right away, being on the interior, you got that great Shelby feel in here. Let's see if you get the great Shelby on throttle. On throttle, here we go, drops down, yeah! The supercharger whine is crazy. Getting on those binders, look at this. Awesome, that freaking racing stripes on the hood. On throttle, here we go. Woohoo! Yeah, a little bit of burble from the exhaust. Really, really sounds great. The way that they do the injectors and the fuel pump, it's not just slopping on a supercharger. They take care of a lot of the other touches. It'd be wild to have a manual in here. That would really just separate this thing from the rest of the pack. But everywhere you look, you're getting those fine touches. And yes, there's probably 4,600 places that they put the Shelby name on this truck, but that's people who buy this truck, that's what they want. That's what they don't just want one Shelby name underneath the truck on the frame. They want people to know, hey, this is a Shelby Super Snake, and they're proud of it. And I can't blame them for that. To each their own, right? But you see that nice rise out of the hood. The racing stripes are just spot on perfect and really, really comfortable truck. The whirl of the supercharger, that's something that you don't always find in these supercharged vehicles, depending on how they're set up, is you don't get that wonderful whine, and you're definitely getting it tenfold in this truck. You know, it's crazy how many people give you thumbs up in this truck. Everywhere we've been driving this, I've been getting thumbs up. I've had some people take out their phones and take pictures. What they really want is that on throttle. So you get on throttle. Sounds like a jet plane. Sounds like a jet plane. Looks like a truck. Sounds like a plane. That's how crazy this thing is. It obviously is not a truck. If you want to be in stealth mode, don't buy this truck. Because the white with the blue racing stripes and the rumble of that Shelby tuned Borla exhaust and Whipple supercharger, you're sticking out like a sore thumb. A sore thumb with racing stripes on it. And you know what? I'm actually digging it right now. This truck really checks off so many boxes and really lays down the power super well. Power delivery, very linear, very smooth. And you know what? Being lower, I'm liking the sensation. I'm so used to these Shelby trucks. Every one that we reviewed, you're sitting on top of a building. It's nice to be at a regular height here and really be able to feel what the surface of the road is doing on the setup with the suspension and those beautiful wheels and tires that we have on this Shelby Super Snake. All right, guys, on throttle, here we go. Let's merge on this highway. See ya. Look at this thing. I'm telling you, the road just disappears. It's almost like being on the Millennium Falcon, but in a truck. The sound, you're never, ever gonna listen to the radio in this thing. So you might as well just disconnect it all, because the sound of that Coyote V8 with the Whipple supercharger is worth every single cent. Driving down the highway here, super smooth. Not a bunch of road noise or wind noise. I'm really enjoying the setup. If I was gonna go Super Snake truck, this would be the one that I would park in my driveway. But we're gonna go ahead, get back to Elder Ford and wrap this one up. So I will see you in a Shelby second. On throttle! See you guys. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful time with this Super Snake, being able to take it on the road. Definitely got to thank Nadia, Michael, and the rest of the crew getting us access to this very special truck. Is it a modern day Ford Lightning? You better bet your bottom dollar. Is it more of a badass truck than the TRX? Ram, bring it on, because 770 horsepower of supercharged goodness makes this thing rocket down the road. But if it's trucks like these custom trucks, turnkey trucks ready to rip it down the quarter mile, if you want to keep seeing that on Ready's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ready's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Ready's Rise merch. Got to get up to Crown Vic. Victor working that camera like a champ. We're 3 for 3 today. Fighting the clouds, fighting the rain. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy him a gift after we're done filming. He wants a pet cobra. So he doesn't want the truck, but I'll buy him a pet cobra. So we'll go get that for you, Vic. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.